Hi everyone, I'm Ann Jeanette from AJ's Personal Touch. How are you doing today? Welcome to my video for those of you who are new, and welcome back for those who have come back. My numbers are starting to go up a little bit, so that has me excited. Um, Although I didn't really start this as a numbers thing, I just wanted to come on and have people to chat with and share with. So if you see something you like, please leave a comment below. I love that I'm starting to get more views. What I would really love, if you guys want to know how you can help me the most, is to please leave some comments below. Um, I would love to have the interaction. I would love to get to know you guys. Tell me more about you. Why don't I start asking a question? Simple questions. Maybe I'll start doing that for every episode. It's going to be a tiny little um, video that's going to be added onto another one now that I know how to do that with my editor on my computer. So, why don't you tell me your favorite color? One of my favorite things to learn about people is what's your favorite color? And I like to ask that of my friends, and I usually will ask them, and they'll think, nothing of it because you're getting to know each other. And I usually make a mental note of it at first, and then I'll make a physical note of it. I have program on my phone, which is called, I think it's called OneNote, but OneNote. And the nice thing about OneNote is it will, I can make it sync with my computer. And I don't do that with a lot of things, but I do that with this. I don't have a lot of cloud space, so I don't like save pictures to the cloud. I save them to Amazon Photos to help save my space on my phone for something. Since I don't have, extra money like they seem to think that we have laying around in order to pay for an upgrade every couple months because, oh, your system is full because you have so many pictures. No, I'd rather either save them on my computer, get them on my computer, um, save them somewhere like Amazon, where all you have to do is, put them there. They're on their site, they're on their server anyway, and then as long as you have your passcode and everything, you can get on and get what you need and resave them and work with them anytime you want to. Um, I probably just need to get one of those photo sticks and start saving them on that. Uh, we tend to lose those things around the house, so Amazon would probably be best for me for now. It's been working out for now, but I'm thinking in the future of getting a photo stick and saving all my photos on it so that I have all my photos in one place and I don't have photos and files and everything. But that's not what this is about. So, anyway, I tend to write down their favorite colors. So then I have it somewhere where I can find it. I have that program, and now I have my notebook that is just for crochet. But this is more for when people are interested in orders with me. Like I just got 2 orders for Christmas, and I will write down what they're interested in, what kind of patterns they have me looking for, and then once I find the right pattern, what pattern I found, um, the information that I need for pricing and everything, all that goes in here, and the colors. So I know when I have to, if I have to order yarn, what I'm ordering, if I'm using it for my stash, what color I'm getting for my stash. So I'm not one of those people who has my stash all in a file on my computer. I am not quite that organized. I'm trying to start to get organized. I also use a system called Trello on my computer to help me, and it once I learned how to use it, it has helped me greatly. I balked at it when I was told all about it when I was doing direct sales, on using it for follow-up for people. I was just like, yeah, I really don't want to get to know that system. But once I learned it in tech editing class, it is so great because I have a place for if somebody wants me to tech edit, I can put them on there, and then all of my headings in there, and the processes it goes through. I've got my Christmas list that I start at the beginning of the year. I just copy headings from the year before and then, start at the beginning of the next year and write things down. And then if I hide something somewhere, I can put a note on where I hid it, and so that I can actually find it and not forget where I put it. You know, cute little things like that. And plus, the feature I love the most is when I find a pattern that I love and I'm like, that would be perfect for so and so. I can go to my list and I can put the link to the pattern in the list. Or if I have the pattern on my hard drive, I can go and search for it, and it will upload the link, or however the I guess it's still a link that you need in your hard drive for it to find it again later. That is the feature I love the most. I was just recently looking for uh, infinity scarves for the second order that I got for Christmas. She's like, all I know is it's an infinity scarf. My friend wore one over to the house the other day. I really, really liked it. Um, she asked her friend to send her a picture of it, and as far as I know, she still has not received that picture. And as I told her, this woman who is dear to my heart and I've known forever moved to Hawaii some years ago to live with her daughter. Like, if you want me to get an order to you to Hawaii in time for Christmas, I need to start on it now. Um, with the mail the way that it is, I need to get it done, have it done by mid to late November at the, latest, and get it out to you because I want to make sure you have it in time for Christmas. Um, and plus, the yarn that she wanted is yarn that I've been having a hard time finding, and I was actually lucky enough to find it at a decent price. It all worked out the way it was supposed to. But between my handy dandy little notebook that I've been using and Trello, it just made it all so much smoother. I was able to find the scarf that I used last year, two scarf patterns that I was looking at for the person I made one for. And of course, ditzy me, I didn't take pictures of this scarf last year, and I'm so upset with myself. Um, I need to get in touch with my niece and say, can you please take a picture of that so I have a picture? I just keep forgetting to do it. And plus, I know it's been almost a year, so I don't know what it looks like now. It definitely doesn't look brand new. And I didn't get one of my nephews. She's actually my niece by engagement. She's engaged to my nephew. So I didn't get a picture of the man cowl, or muffler, as I call it, because that's what they called it back in the 1880s, um, 1800s, they called them mufflers. I read all the Laura Wilder books, so I made him one of those for work, which I've discussed before, but I forgot to take pictures. So there you go. It's brain. So I'm trying to make sure I take pictures of everything, plus show it to you guys so you guys can see what all I've been making. And that's why I'm here for just a couple minutes. And I've already talked for a lot longer than I had planned on. So excuse me for that. I have my breakfast waiting. I don't want it to get too cold. My daughter is on her way over. Surprise visit today. Yay, surprise, surprise. I didn't know she was coming. I got my first tech editing job. I was planning on working on it today, so now I'm not sure. It may not be until tomorrow. I want to make sure that I have it done this weekend at some point in time, or Monday, because I don't want it to be, I don't want my very first one sent back to the lady too late. I already had an emergency 2 nights ago. I didn't get much last night either once I found out my daughter was surprising me today. So yeah, I didn't get surprised this morning. I got surprised last night. So yeah, it's just one of those weeks. So I can't wait to sit down and edit that too. I'm excited about it. I've already made a couple notes on the pattern. Um, Now it's time to get into the nitty gritty of it. So I need to make sure that I have full brain power. Um, it may not be the day for that because my daughter's coming to help me clean off a shelf that I've needed cleaned off in my kitchen for probably a year. I have some older stuff on it, and with my back hurting so bad that every time I stand up to do dishes, there's no way I can stand up to clean off. It's a big bookshelf um, that I had all of my superfoods and stuff on from when I was doing superfood things every day. I can't find my blender that I use for that anymore because it's been put away somewhere. So I haven't been doing that, and it wasn't helping the way that I was hoping that it would. We now have a new nutritional thing that we're taking that is working wonders for us. So I do have some things, and plus energy bars, protein bars, things that my stomach decided it wasn't going to let me eat anymore, that it didn't like anymore, and every time I'd take a bite, I'd get sick. I think I have protein bars that expired in 2019, right before the pandemic. So they've got to go. So she's going to help me clean up that area so that we can put things up there that we're actually using um, and get it all cleaned off. So I'm excited about that. Everything's exciting for me today. I'm not going to be alone today. That's also exciting. I am so tired of being alone. It's so lonely being lonely. It's so lonely not being able to drive and go somewhere and at least walk around the grocery store and see people around you because you are just so pitifully lonely that anyway, enough of that. I am here to show you what I finished making. And for those of you who've been following me with my last couple videos, I'm sure you probably know the first couple things I'm going to show you. What have I been showing you? What is it? What is it? What is it? Yeah, pumpkins. I finished the pumpkins for my daughter. Also, this one. This is the very first pumpkin that I did. No, she has the very first pumpkin I did. That was the the sampler stitch pumpkin. Speaking of the Little House on the Prairie, they always made samplers and things, to learn different stitches back then. That was a sampler pumpkin. This was the second one that I did. This is the puff stitch pumpkin, and this is by Lizzie B. Handmade. And I will make sure that I link it below. If I forget on this one, since this is going to be sliced onto another video later, at least maybe not. Maybe I've talked enough that I will just go ahead and put this up. Actually, it's at 13 minutes. I'll probably just go ahead and put this up later. But if for some reason I forget, the link is on the prior video when I just showed a bunch of pumpkins in the last video. So this was the first one I made, like this, because the other two are made out of the same pattern. This is the medium sized, and I made this out of Dazzling, which is a Yarn Bee yarn from Hobby Lobby. And I just love the different colors. I only had one skein of this. I think I can make either another little pumpkin or can make another little something out of it and maybe get all the colors out of it again. But this was the medium pumpkin. And then the small pumpkin, which you're going to see is kind of surprising, it doesn't look so small, is this one. I made a black one. What I wanted to do was for my daughter to be able to stack these. This one is made out of Joann's brand name yarn. Let me see, I've got it right on top. The big twist. All of these yarns are size 4 medium wave, but this is the small. It was made with the least amount of rows, and I may have actually stuffed this one a little bit more because they tell you not to put as much stuffing in because of the holes. And I didn't really have as many holes with this yarn because it's such a dense yarn. Um, it didn't give me a lot of huge holes between the puffs like this one did. So this one I had to be careful with how I stuffed it. This one I had to be careful with how I stuffed it. But if you look at the bottom of this one, you can see the white come through on the bottom. But none of that white really showed until I started shaping the pumpkin. The reason why I'm saying all this is if you compare these two, they're almost the same size. This one has, I want to say, about 5 more rows in it than this one. So it definitely should be bigger, but it's not. So it's always amazing what a different yarn of the same size will do, which is why they say it's also a lesson. And if you're going to do garments and stuff, why you need to check your gauge. And make sure that your gauge is right, because you might be using a number 4 yarn and they use a number 4 yarn, but your number 4 yarn may be closer to a number 3 like this one is, and their number 4 may be closer to a number 5, which is almost what this one is. Then you may have the true number 4, which is what this was Brava yarn, and I call this one more of a true 4. This is a little bit bigger. And if I have the skeins in front of me, which I don't, I could show you the difference by pulling them out. But just by this, the fact that if I tried to stack these like they should be, it should go. The orange one, this one, and then this one should be smaller, considerably smaller, but it's not. So if she wants to try and stack these with these being so close, she could actually probably stack them with the small one in the middle and the medium one on top, because that looks a little bit more like the largest to the smallest. So those are the pumpkins. I just love this one. I just love this one so much. Now I do have, if any of you happen to be a friend of mine watching and decide, oh, you want a pumpkin and you want to order a pumpkin. Like I said, I only had one skein in this color, but I have some skeins in, it's called Sunrise, and it has oranges and purples and greens, I think, maybe a little brown. I'm not sure how much brown it has in it. I have that. And then I also have one that's in greens and teals and yellows, I believe. Skeins are so cool because they use a couple different color yarns and they wrap them all in different ways, and you never know what's going to be wrapped in what color. So you can be looking at a skein of the same color, two skeins next to each other with the same color, and not realize you're looking at the same color way of yarn. So it's really cool. And I really enjoyed using that yarn. It worked up really, really well. Now the 2 things that I have left to show you, and I don't know, I didn't leave the paperwork out for these, so let me find it real quick. Oh, let me show you this. I have not shown you this. This was my new Ella bag. Look at that, my black kitties. If any of you watch Ella from No Catchy Name and see when she does her bag updates and stuff and wonder how well her bags are made, they are amazing. I love them. All I have ever gotten, and that says No Catchy Name on it, crochet and light, I think. Anyway, I just love this. I have another one of her bags, which was my first bag I got that you guys have seen before, my butterfly bag. This one I got a Notions pouch with it, which she didn't do with this last batch. And the Notions pouch is quilted and feels so nice. I'd love to get one of her box bags someday. But the thing about Ella's work is people who have gotten her bags love her bag so much that they go like that. If you are not online when they go up, especially if she has popular prints, they're gone so fast because people don't just buy them for themselves. They buy them for other people that they know. They give them as gifts because they know how greatly they're made. I just love it. And her shop is an Etsy shop. Um, just look for No Catchy Name on Etsy or go to her YouTube page, and she has her Etsy shop information on her YouTube page. I am not finding the bag that I was using all night to work on my crochet project, and it should be here right on top. Where are you? There it is. It fell down. Why? This bag I love too. What's this? I can't remember who made this. May's Miscellaneous, I think, is what it says on the bag. This came with a springtime. It was a springtime bag that Macy from why can't I think of Macy's, the name of her channel right now? I watch her all the time and I love her yarn. She dyes yarn. It'll either come to me or it won't. I can't believe I can't think of it. I'm going to show you what I made though, now that I have the pattern in front of me. This is by Roswitha Mueller. And I'm not sure exactly where I got this online, but it did come from online because I just got it last year. I think I got it in one of the blogs that I was on as a free pattern, I think. But it's for a quick and easy Christmas ornament, and it's an angel. So I think if you look up quick and easy Christmas angel, you'll find her. I just love it. This is one you've seen her before in the past. Wasn't sure if I was going to show you this one or not. I made this one for a very good friend. I don't know if she'll be seeing this or not, so I'm not going to say who it's for. And I make these for the special people in my life. I make them for people that I'm close to or that I feel close to who have lost a loved one. I sent one to Rebecca from Chemnitz and Mace of Skeins. I said Chemnitz. It made me think of Macy's. Mace of Skeins. That's where I got my kit from that was in there. But I sent one to her when her grandfather passed. I sent one to my aunt when my uncle passed. It's something that if I have the time to do that I like to do. They don't take, once you learn how to make them, they don't take very long. If you look at the pattern compared to what I'm showing you, my skirt is different. I add different stitches to it. I make it my own. I go to a certain point and then I start changing things up a little bit. So this one is made for a YouTuber that we all know and love and people are collecting Christmas ornaments for. I doubt that she watches my page or my channel, so I made this one for Bag O Day for her Christmas tree. I guess Rose Likes Crochet asked people first or mentioned that it would be nice if people sent at least one ornament to Crystal. I had already planned on making one for her at some point in time. She's on my list of special people to make one for. I just made it a little bit sooner because there's something else that I want to make for her. I won't have time until after Christmas. So that's why I made this one for. And the yarn that I used, everything except for the yarn for the angel's head, is yarn that I dyed. So this is actually, the green is the first yarn that I dyed, and I made my mom's Christmas present out of that last year. And then the yellow is, I kind of dyed it for myself, but I've been using it more for angels. It's an orangey yellow. I made it with mango, not the mango Kool-Aid, peach mango Kool-Aid. And it just came out a really cool, here, I'll show you the wings and kind of see a little bit better. The variegated orange to yellow. It just came out so pretty. My friend told me it basically came out to me in a skein of yarn. And then I made this one. I made both of these last night. And this one is made for somebody very special. This is the one that I thought I was holding at first. That I'm not going to say who it's going to because I don't know if she's going to watch this or not, and I want to surprise her. So, as far as a couple people know, there's a couple different people that I'd really like to surprise. So, hopefully she won't know, and when she gets it, she'll be surprised. So, this one. The only thing is I have not put the hanger on her yet, and if you see, doing little things can make things look a little bit different. If you see how they are, since I was talking about yarns and the pumpkins, how they look different, all I did was add a couple more rows onto the skirt of this one than I did on this one, and used a puff stitch at the bottom, and then I did the bottom like I normally do, like on this one, except for I added a couple rows on it too because I did want some of the yellow by itself. But the wings, I've always thought the wings looked too small, and I wanted to try something and see if I can make them look bigger, which I did on this one. Not sure if I quite liked exactly what I did, so I may have to try something else next time. But if you look at it from this way, I did start off using the purple, and then I went to the yellow. So if you can't see that very closely, what I did for the main part of the dress, since the yarn is such a thin yarn, I held a strand of the yellow variegated with the purple variegated that I hand dyed. So this is all hand dyed except for the head as well, together. So I held the two strands together to get most of the dress, and then I went to the yellow alone at the bottom. Makes it look a little bit lacier because it's smaller. So, yep, those are the two patterns. I will try and see if I can find where this pattern exactly came from, but I'm not sure that I can anymore. I think it's saved in my files. If not, if I find a link, I will try to post it for you below. I think if there is a link that I posted it on an earlier video, I just couldn't tell you which one it was because I know that I've shown this angel before. But I hear my daughter's car. She is here, so I need to sign off. So I am going to go ahead and post this video as it is and not just a little snippet because it is now at 28 minutes, so there's no reason adding it onto another video. So just remember that if you're having a bad day and you're feeling down, remember that you matter. Remember you matter to me. You all matter to me so much. And remember that you're beautiful. I hate to think of myself most of the time as being beautiful, but then I have to remind myself because I have a friend who says that all the time, to remember you're beautiful. So remember you're beautiful and you're worth it and that we love you. You have so many people out there who love you, whether you think that you do or not. So until next time, have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Spend time with family if you can. Try not to be alone if you can, and just have a great weekend. Love you guys.